welcome to Eccleston Piano. This second video is a series of 3 looking at the duo mode on the Yamaha PSR E373. So the first video looked at function 48, which is crucial to 49 up to 55. They don't really operate unless you get 48 set up properly. So I encourage you to look at the video which came first in this series of 3. This second video is looking at functions 49, 50, 51 and 52. So what is duo mode? Duo mode is when you can split the keyboard. So I've got the upper half set for orchestral strings and the lower half got set for concert grand piano. Crucial to functions 49 up to 55 being active and relevant is that duo mode must be switched on, and that's done through function 48, and I'll look at that in some detail in the first video about duo mode. So to utilize the other duo mode functions 49 up to 55, duo mode must be switched on. Function 49, this is duo LVC, which I think means duo left voice. So when you're in duo mode and you want to change the left voice to be something other than what is the tone for the upper half of the keyboard, then this is a function you need. Use the grey plus and minus buttons, not the voice button. The voice button is to the right of the screen, directly above the song button. Okay, do not use that for this. Use the grey plus and minus buttons. And remember, this only changes the voice for the lower half. If you want to change the voice of the upper half, I think you have to do that, I would recommend, before you actually enter duo mode. So function 50 enables us to change where the split point occurs. So you can see on middle C there's a little dark triangle there. Now with using the radio buttons, the plus yes button, if I press that once, the C sharp is now being changed from a dark colour to a light colour. If I press the plus yes button again, you see how middle D is now darkened, and another plus sign goes up to the E flat. So if I press the minus no button, I can take the split point down to the B natural. To demonstrate the duo mode split point, I've got the lower half set to the voice 022 C rotor, and I've got the upper one set to the piano sound, now that piano sound, I've actually got it sounding quite high because I've changed the octave that it will be playing at. So this is possible because I've altered the split point to be, see there? So that F sharp is the highest note for the organ sound. So from this G upwards, it's the piano sound. Now that split point can be changed very simply through function 50. So you can see as I'm pointing, that F sharp there is slightly lighter than the other sharps and flats. That's because I have it set as the split point which I desire. So this number 054 here is actually referring to this F sharp that I've actually set it at. So if I change the split point, see I've got it changed to 58, and now what's highlighted on the screen is actually the B flat. So these numbers there, 57, 58, 59, 60, when you're in function 50, it's referring to the specific note on your keyboard which you have set the split point at. Function 051 is for altering the volume of the upper section. This will not affect the volume of the lower section. It's quite useful. Sometimes you may want to have it louder than the other part. Sometimes you may want to have it softer. So at the moment I've got it set to 122 volume. So here's what it sounds like at that volume. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the volume gradually and you'll hear it fading away. Hear that? It's getting softer. It's actually down at 32. Can you still hear it? Now I'm going to increase it up to its maximum, which is 127. So that's how you can alter the volume for the upper section. And function 52 is really the same, but for the lower section. So I don't really need to say much more about that other than what I've said for altering the volume through function 51 for the upper section.